Bible study time. We are back in Haggai chapter 1. We are discussing this Old Testament book, Haggai. It's kind of like saying Habakkuk. He was a prophet. And this book is special. It's 2 chapters long. It's special because this prophet was actually listened to by the Jewish people. When he spoke, they listened. Okay? And so the prophet is speaking to the Jewish people in Jerusalem around the year 520 BC. This is 15 to maybe 18 years after their return from exile. They were in Babylonian exile, okay? And so during this time, they were once a hopeful people returning from exile. They were hopeful, they were full of faith, but now they've been experiencing just like poverty almost. They're hurting. They were without food and clothing. They were continuously mocked for their faith and wanting to rebuild the temple. They were once very hopeful as they returned to the promised land, but became extremely discouraged when they were met with the lack of things like food and shelter and warmth, clothing, and then they were met with opposition to their faith. They were met with mocking and like teasing because they said, "Hey, we're going to rebuild this temple." And so I couldn't help but think that can relate to us so much today. We have times in our life, we are being met with so much opposition when our circumstances look hopeless that we ourselves begin to lose our faith. We shift our focus from God. We shift our focus from the things that, we do have, and we start focusing on the things that we lack, right? Our contentment is shifted. Our focus is shifted. And if you look at verse 5 of chapter 1, it says, "Now this is what the Lord Almighty says. Give careful thought to your ways. You have planted much but harvested little. You eat but never have enough. You drink but never have your fill. You put on clothes but are not warm. You earn wages only to put them in a purse with holes." We're going to look at how Haggai calls for them to refocus, to shift their focus, their attention from themselves and what they are lacking, their discontentment, and start focusing on rebuilding God's temple, focusing on God, putting your faith back in God. Like I said, this is just 2 chapters, but it's a great book to study. So join me and we're going to continue.